Hi, Mark here. It is going on 8 a.m. Eastern Time, going on noon GMT. It's Monday, June the 2nd, start of a new trading week. Let's see how the markets shape up going into the new trading week. Starting on the US dollar index. Last week, US dollar index was sold off. We saw dollar weakness throughout the week and certainly picking up from where it left off. And you can see today already, big red candlestick, US dollar index down. I've got resistance at 99.30 and support at 98.59, matching the support from last week. Sellers, of course, will want to be testing that level, that 98.59, and see if it can come down even lower. Buyers will be looking for a bounce up off that support area. If I zoom into the hourly, there you can see already a slight bounce going into the US Open. Now we'll see whether that can continue, whether the US dollar can fight back, or if this is going to be short-lived and selling continues and a test of this support area. Let's have a look at the S&P. Start off on the daily. And pretty flat. It's pre-market trading. Wall Street will be opening up in an hour and a half. But the last few days, you can see the very narrow range. And you're seeing it again today, 5,865 in pre-market and resistance at 5,906. 3 days of pretty much sideways. You can see the EMA is going sideways. Let's see if buyers can step in if there is demand for equities and for the S&P and a test or break of this resistance area. Alternatively, where the buyers break below this 5,868, and if we can see this sideways trend, which is down, but whether that can pick up momentum and continue on downwards, we'll see that as soon as Wall Street gets open. Let's have a look at gold. Strong week last week. Gold did fight back nicely and definitely fighting back today from the 3,300, that pivotal level. It's fought all the way up and testing right now, 3,355. We'll see just how strong that is if I go to the hourly. There you can see the strong uptrend. It did test a few hours ago in the European session. It's tested this 3,358 resistance, about to test that resistance level again. And you can see the relationship with weak US dollar, strong gold, the traditional inverse relationship playing out for now. We'll see again how that plays out once the US session does get underway. Let's have a look at oil. Weakened last week. On the weekly, we had a downward candlestick on Brent oil. Have a look today, the gap up to start from a close last week at $62.64, opened at 63.81, and gone all the way up to 65.16, where we're sitting right now. So that's a pretty decent range to start with, 63.80 to 65.19. Buyers will be looking to test and break this resistance area. Of course, sellers will want to come back and test the support area. Let's zoom in on the hourly. And there you can see there's the gap up to start the week. And for the last 3 hours, this is the resistance area being tested, the 65.19. And right now, going into the US session, again being tested. Buyers will want to see if they can break above, or if it becomes a springboard on the downside and sellers want to bounce down off this resistance area back to the support. And Bitcoin sold off last week. Last week, we saw Bitcoin come down quite a bit from the record highs at almost 112, came all the way back down, tried to fight back a little over the weekend, as Bitcoin being a genuine 24 hours, 7 days a week, non-stop, always market is open, bought back a little bit over the weekend, but giving back those gains. It's already given back those gains. And again, testing support at the 104, 103,900. That's pretty much 104,000. That support area is being tested again. Sellers will want to break below this area, which hasn't been able to do since Friday. Testing support again. Buyers will want to maybe use this as a bounce platform to see if some kind of a reversal can be initiated here, and if buyers can get back up to at least and for minimum that 106,000 level. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see from that 106,000 all the way down to the 104,000, already a $2,000 move. And let's see if buyers can bounce up off here like they were able to do over the weekend. We'll see if that's possible again, or if sellers break below and maybe even get to look at or target that $100,000 level, but certainly Bitcoin on the back foot to start the week. Good trading. I will see you at the end of today's session.